No cabs. Dude, where the hell have you been, actually? I think it's been a while since we've seen you, bro. Yeah, what happened? Whoa, what's up, Kate? Forad? What? Who's Forad? Is that like Borad's brother or something? Or brother-in-law? How's this an extravaganza? I have no idea. Just it was meant it was meant to be more clickbaity than anything else, Amon. I'm now entering the clickbait realm. Hey, what's up, John? How's it going, dude? So I would have live streamed earlier. Oh my god, but I was I was sitting here staring at my phone, guys. This is like how crazy like things can get when you're driving. You're like clickbaiting mother sucker. I know, dude, right? That's no, but anyways, I was driving on the way home before I got to the Ohio Turnpike, and I was staring at my phone because I passed the Ford Escape on the way home, and I'm like thinking, you know what, my payments are up for on this car in, I think my last payment's either next month or the month after. Basically, I have like one or two payments left on this car, and then it's paid off. That was 6 years, 6-year loan, and I was thinking, well, I do need an SUV for the winter. I love SUVs more than anything. I got this because this is all I could find, but then I saw like I can get a pretty decent deal on a Ford Escape hybrid, or not a hybrid, just a Ford Escape. And they're actually not that expensive. I mean, I found some that were like 13 or 14 Gs. I mean, I use the term expensive loosely in terms of you know, the amount of money you're paying for a car with the mileage on it and what features it has. I mean, this is for a V6, basically, a Ford Escape. Yeah, I mean, it's not bad. It's got a V6 and freaking like backup camera and all that, like heated front seats, just like I need for the winter and everything. The only thing is I don't know if any of them had leather seats. I guess I don't necessarily mind leather seats, but like literally the past two cars I've had have both had leather seats. Hello, I missed this channel. Lead list. Oh, wait, what the heck, dude? I remember your name. Wow. Wow. You're 12 now. Wow, good job. You're a big boy. I don't know, dude. Do you still cry? That thumbnail, you like that? I was trying to, because the thumbnail thing is about like this high up on the camera, which you can see my phone, but like if the phone's like this big, the thumbnail thing's up this high, so it's like where the thumbnail is at is not exactly at eye level with me, so I have to like stare up and try to get my face in there. Ford typically does have leather seats. Yeah, I mean, but all the Ford Escapes I was looking at, none of them that I originally were looking at heated seats, which I'm like, if you live in Ohio or anywhere cold for that matter, heated seats are a huge plus. When you can like start up your car, turn on the heated seats, and come out to your car, and then everything's all warm. What the heck? Wow, though. You cry every day? I'm sorry. Baker SmackDown 1000 was mad. I mean, I could have told you that in advance. It was going to be mad because all those live shows are mad. Only the pay-per-views are worth it at this point, in my opinion, man. And even then, they're hardly worth it, to be honest. The football team I play on was 6-0. Our last game of the season. Last night we lost 60-0. Holy shit, dude! You got destroyed, bro. 60-0 or 6-0? Was that a mistype? Are you sure your team's not from Virginia? Preston's high school football team that was like losing the teams like 63-0, like in two consecutive weeks, 60 plus points got scored on them, and they scored nothing or something. That's insanity. That's crazy, bro. That is crazy. Hang on, I got a merge here. Don't feel like getting into an accident trying to stream. It's a dangerous merge. Dangerous. Like Michael Jackson, fuck you. I mean, but I remembered that though. See, I remembered something about Virginia. The capital of Virginia is Raleigh. I know that much, right? Isn't it? I'm pretty sure it is, right? Or is that North Carolina? Oh God. Or South Carolina. Shit, I don't remember. No, what the hell was the capital of Virginia? Well, Raleigh is the capital of something. That's North Carolina, isn't it? Or South Carolina? It's one of the two Carolinas. That's for sure. That I can 100% say is that it's definitely one of the Carolinas. Holy shit. Richmond, duh. Okay, I should have figured that. It's another one of those R cities. So then Raleigh is capital of what state then? It's got to be North Carolina or South Carolina. I just don't remember which one. I want to say North Carolina. Baker, did you jump on your hotel bed? I did not, dude. I did not. I went to bed on Tuesday night. I went to bed at 9 o'clock, and then on Wednesday night I went to bed at 10:30 just because the latest episode of South Park was on at 10. So I'm like, Charleston, yes, Charleston, South Carolina. Yes, that sounds familiar. That sounds familiar. What's the capital of West Virginia? I hate living by the racist part of Virginia. Wow. Lame, lame. What's lame? Well, lame going to bed early? Dude, and then like Wednesday, I was thinking about going live, guys, but then I was actually like in the middle of trying to like work after work, and it was actually a long day that day even. And I came back to the hotel and I'm like, I need to check emails and clear this stuff up so I can get like caught up. Because I still never really got caught up after I came back from vacation. I just kind of left my emails and I'm just like, man. But because usually there's nothing that important. I mean, sometimes there is, but usually people pick it up if it's really that important. So I had older emails I needed to clear through, and I got through all of them, and I was like, if I went live, I wouldn't have been able to focus on that, and I would have just like, it would have been awful. So I didn't want to like have another day go by where I wasn't caught up on the emails. And that wasn't even all my emails. That was, did you release Freeman? I certainly did. Oh yeah, I made moves, dude. And one of those leagues that I'm in, I have Matt Bryant, I had Devonta Freeman, and then I had like 2 quarterbacks on a bye at the same week. I'm just like, shit, dude. I literally spent like at Bob Evans this morning. I literally spent all 45 minutes working on my fantasy football teams. Like it was just, I'm like dropping people, and one I had that Safari Jenkins dude from Jacksonville, their tight end, who was supposed to he was predicted to be a stud this year, and then he ends up going on IR. He was on IR with intent to return, I believe, but I'm just like, nah, fuck, forget that. I just dropped his ass because I don't use him. There's a couple other moves I made that are going to pan out, I think, in the long run for me. Once the waivers go through, then I'll tell you guys what moves I made, and then if that same move could be beneficial in your leagues, then maybe you could piggyback off that. But I don't want to say what it is yet because people in our leagues could try to beat me on waivers. Show $1 bills, baby. I don't have all the same $1 bills anymore, but I got these $1 bills going to the strip club. Whoop whoop. We're going to Red Lobster tonight for dinner in theory, so I'm gonna be like, hey girl, I got these ones. Show me them shrimp. Show me them shrimp. They have lobster, or they have shrimp fest going on, or whatever. The unlimited shrimp, all you can eat shrimp. So we're going there tonight for dinner. We do that once a year. So the thing I found most disgusting and most disturbing about their shrimp fest this year is that they showed a commercial where they literally showed them pouring like nacho cheese on top of the shrimp. I'm like, that has got to be the absolute most disgusting thing I have ever seen in my entire life. And yet they don't have, they got rid of teriyaki shrimp, but they want to have like this nacho cheese, like 3 cheese shrimp or something. Like, who the fuck will eat that? That just makes me want to puke in my mouth. The thought of that is just so nasty. Like, who puts cheese on shrimp? I'm sorry, but that's got to be like a cultural thing, or like a race thing or something. You know what I'm saying? And I don't mean like that necessarily in a negative way, but you know how like black people have certain different taste than white people and so on. Like, someone had to be asking for that 3-cheese shrimp, and I sure as hell don't think it was white people. I'm just gonna say that. Like, that's just based on my opinion. What's up, Aqua? How's it going, bro? That's just my opinion because I'm white, and I think that sounds disgusting as hell. Like, I've never put cheese on shrimp. You're also a go Cavs. And then I have half of mine just ban you. Oh, no communists on this channel, bro. JK, JK. Yeah. So when I went to PA this week, they were supposed to be. I think for anyone who was around last week for the streams, I mentioned them presenting me like my 20-year, or at least telling people that I had my 20-year anniversary, and that didn't happen when I was out there this week. I think my boss he's still planning on doing it because he kept asking me, like, literally every day this week I was there. He was like, hey, you're going to be here, like, first he was like, on Tuesday, he's like, oh, you're going to be here tomorrow, right? And I was like, yeah, I'll be here, like, Wednesday and Thursday as well. He's like, oh, okay, cool. So then Wednesday he asked me, are you going to be here are you going to be here on Tuesday? I'm like, well, yeah, but I'm like going to be here tomorrow too on Thursday. He's like, oh, okay, cool. Then today he asked me again. He's like, you're going to be here on Tuesday, right? Just like, yes, I'm going to be there on Tuesday, okay? Like, I'm at least going to be there on Tuesdays. So, I mean, clearly he keeps asking me for a reason, but it's just like, it's so annoying. And I'm just kind of irritated that it doesn't take that long to get a bunch of our group together. There's not that many people anyways. Just say, hey, everyone, let's go to a conference room for like 10 minutes, or 5 minutes, and say, hey, guys, Steve's been here for 20 years. Go F yourself, man. That's 20 years of your life you'll never get back. Some actually, there was a lady I was telling her, because I know her, she worked at the office that they shut down with me she worked there for a while too. And she said that she's coming up on her 15 soonish. And I was like, oh, that's cool. And she's like, oh, what do you get at 15? And I said, you get like an extra week of vacation at 15. And she's like, well, what do you get at 20? I'm like, at 20, you don't get anything. Like, yeah, after 15, I said, there's basically no point to work here anymore. I'm like, you stop getting incentives. You don't get any more weeks of vacation. Xbox servers are down? No, they're not. They're like, if they are, they're very rarely down. Hey, what's up, Strange Baker? What's up, bro? Why does it look like you're driving on the left? Dude, I don't know. That's just at YouTube, man. That's just their app. That's just how it works. Did you tell those Penguin fans to piss off? I told you, man, I don't talk sports. I'm not talking sports with that one dude out there anymore. I mean, I had to deal with him this week. Not that I don't mind dealing with a guy for work-related stuff. Or even personal matters, like, we chit-chat BS about whatever, but not sports. I'm not, oh God, I love when people do this. So, but anyways, on my way home, I was going to mention, on my way home, what happened was, so I saw a Ford Escape. That was like my ADD going on there. I saw this Ford Escape drive by, and I'm like, oh, that looks like a neat car. So I'm like, and it seemed pretty powerful. Like, he was able to accelerate past me, and that dude's got an SUV. And I'm like thinking, for an SUV, like, that thing's pretty, pretty nice looking. And then I saw it had V6, and I'm like, oh, I didn't think it was a V6. And I'm like, oh, that's pretty sweet. So then I was like,
watch out, vehicle stop on shoulder ahead.
You would like me to say, yeah, it's not going to happen, dude. I don't feel like getting jumped on the way out of work one day. They're going to find what hotel I'm staying in to come murder me. But, so then I pulled up my phone and I was looking at the cars.com app, and that's when I was looking at the prices and stuff. I'm like, oh, these are actually pretty okay prices for the car. So then I was like drilling into like, the ones that were finding at first weren't for like all-wheel drive or 4x4 basically. So I'm like, I would like all-wheel drive on my car, and then I searched for that. Then I was looking for heated seats. Well, meanwhile, I'm like driving this whole time. I wasn't paying attention to the exits at all, and I completely missed my exits by like 10 exits, dude. I was just driving, and I'm like, all of a sudden it was like, I looked up and I'm like, why am I at a toll already? Because I'm like, and it was a toll by plate toll, and I'm like, yeah, I only see this once on my way home. So like my exit I have to get off at is exit like 29, and when I looked up I was like at exit 17. not exactly good. Camaros are sexy, yeah, but not for driving in the winter, dude. That doesn't do me any good. Like, I have a car right now, and like driving in the winter is fine enough, but you don't get the same type of traction in a front wheel drive as you do in a 4x4 SUV, man. I had an SUV before with four wheel drive, and oh, I absolutely loved that damn thing, but it was just old. So, and then eventually the transmission died on it, and that's when I got this car. That was back in 2012. And this car's from 2009. So this car's 9 years old. That's not, I mean, it's old for a car, but I've had absolutely no issues with this car. So if anyone wants to buy this car off of me, you get yourself a nice deal. Only, I've been the second owner of the car, I believe, only 2 owners. The dealership was driving it around primarily before I bought it from them, so they were taking good care of it. And like I said, oh my God, you fucking idiot. Stop slamming on your brakes like a moron. Jesus Christ. This guy keeps stopping, and literally you see like his whole fucking back of his car's going up because he keeps like he keeps like brake checking himself. He's one of those people that on the road he causes an accident. He'll run in the back of someone because he's being too aggressive. But anyways, yeah, I passed my exit, so then I had to like drive around like half across the world just to get back to my normal route, and that cost me about 15 minutes. So I'm like over 2 hours drive time total now. I'm so mad. And the tolls will be slightly pricier, so I'm trying to debate whether or not I want to charge work for my mistake. It cost me like an extra $1.70. Well, actually, yeah, overall it would end up costing like an extra 20 cents or something. Bro, let me tell you, New Jersey drivers are like the worst. Braking like that is nothing new to you. Yeah, but I mean, yeah, it's not good though. I mean, of course, but. And what's up, Darrell? Yeah, I like Camaros, but I also thought one day I want to get a Mustang. Like, to me, like maybe a Camaro, but I really have always had my eyes set on a Mustang. Hey, what's up, Mom? How's it going? But do people even really drive in New Jersey? Isn't New Jersey kind of like New York, where like basically people take cabs everywhere or some crap or walks because like if you try to drive anywhere, it probably takes you like forever? No? Okay. Because that's my understanding of New York, right? Is that the streets are so damn packed that people just take cabs and shit or just walk because driving anywhere like makes absolutely no sense. I'm doing good, Mom. How are you? New York is a lot different than New Jersey. Okay. Yeah, I've never been in New Jersey, so I have no idea. I've been to New York, but I've never been to New Jersey. At least that I know of, I guess, because I was in New York. The last time I was in New York was when I was really young. Like, I was probably in my early teens, maybe even before that, actually. So, I mean, I may not even been a teenager yet the last time I was in New York. So, and I'm 37 now, so yeah, over 20 years. They're the same. At least New York, New Jersey. Well, that's not what Darrell was telling me. Not in terms of traffic, it sounds like. Johnny. What the heck? What's up, Marcus? Baby Marcus. What time is it? 5:30. See, I should have been home by now. I mean, at least I'm close to home, so... Yes, Papa? Alrighty then. Do not say your Discord username. You know, I'm gonna change mine, Marcus, so we can be lovers. We can be lovers at work. Work lovers. And you know who I would change my name to, right? I'm sure you know, Marcus. Maybe. Why did I make it that? I don't know, dude. That's why you did. Do I? No. Come on. You know Pam's lover from The Office. Oh. Sorry. I screwed it up, man. Sorry, Marcus. I Michael? No, Michael. No, it was Jim, you dork. Jim, the guy who always played pranks on Dwight. Because Jim and Pam ended up getting married on the show. Dude, come on. You never watched The Office? Both North and South Jersey is not the same at all. New Jersey is like New York. It's not like New York in the slightest. No big cities. Also, New Jersey has too many bad reps because of Jersey Shore. Yeah, we're nothing like those people. Yeah. You mean no one in New Jersey is like Snooki? Remember when Snooki was at WrestleMania or some shit one year and like actually wrestled and like took someone down? Just, God, those people are so stupid. Jim, that guy. Yeah, Jim, that guy. Yeah, Jim, dude. He was the cool dude. He's the guy who plays he's the guy who plays in the Amazon Prime original series Jack Ryan, which is a Tom Clancy inspired TV show. If you didn't know that. I want to watch that because I do have Amazon Prime and I can watch it, but I'm kind of confused I'm kind of concerned because I always, when I look at what was his name? The guy who plays Jim, I forget his name. If someone said his name, I remember it, but if like when I see his character, I think of just Jim from The Office because he was on that show for so long. I can't imagine him doing anything else. John Krasinski, yes. I can't imagine him doing anything else. And so I just see him as this guy from The Office. So to see him as some guy who's like walking around with guns and going after terrorists and stuff like that just seems weird to me. So it'll be interesting to see if he can pull that off and make me feel convinced that, that's who he is now. You know what I'm saying? Because like actors need to be able to act well enough to be able to pull that kind of stuff off. And did you guys know that John Krasinski actually was, before he got the gig for The Office, he was actually thinking about quitting acting altogether? So thank goodness for the United States that he did not quit acting before he got that role, and The Office was able to come to fruition. So if you didn't know that, now you do. Some Office trivia for you. I love that show. That show is like it's such a good show. And I hear that NBC, was it NBC that aired on, they're considering bringing it back with like the thought, or at least the rumors that they're considering bringing it back with like some new characters and like some people from some of the older characters. Which, I mean, to some extent you might be able to pull that off because, well, when they ended the show, Dwight was still a manager, I believe. Dwight was the manager of the branch. Yeah, Dwight ended the show as the manager of the branch, and then
Police reported ahead.
Then he married Angela, or was going to get married to Angela or something like that. The hard part is going to be Jim and Pam because they moved to Texas, basically. Pam helped them sell their house. Now, granted, I mean, there's ways that they could kind of... Oh, snap, police reported ahead. I know, right, dude? But, I mean, there's always something that you could do to, like, kind of thwart that. Because you didn't really see them turn over the keys or anything to their house. So you could always, like, say, well, the people said they were going to buy it, but then the deal fell through or something like that. And then they stayed or something. But Pam had told Jim that she was okay with them moving to Texas so he could live his dream. Since he gave up so much for her. So that kind of... That angle's dead. Like, they basically essentially are gone. Daryl's gone because he's in Texas. I mean, Oscar would still be around. Dwight and Pamela could still be around. Or not Pamela, Angela. Meredith. Creed got arrested and went to jail, so he's gone. I mean, you have Stanley and Phyllis would be around, though. Psych, we didn't move to Texas, we came back. Yeah, I mean... I don't know. Like, I don't think that would work. It wouldn't feel right. Wow, there's a lot of police cars down here. Shit. Looks like there's an accident. Woo! Sounds like there's an accident. So you said New Jersey is good in some aspects. Like, the food here is amazing. Like, Italian's my favorite type of food. I've never been disappointed. North New Jersey is the best. Okay. Wow, another cop car came by. Oh, they're not stopped anymore. I thought one looked like it was stopped at the intersection. Maybe it was just stopped because he was trying to get through. But yeah, I mean, so I don't know. They could do an office reunion kind of and carry the show forward, but I just feel like it's going to be really hard because I feel like you need to find people that are as creative as the people who were there originally to pitch in to feed the ideas for the show and stuff. And if you realize a lot of the opening segments they had to The Office, those were all cold opens, just like Saturday Night Live does cold opens. Those intros before The Office, like, theme song played, those were all cold opens. Baker, you have a bad cold. You still don't bring. Oh, I still don't bring you Chester. I didn't know you had a cold, man. I'm sorry. You're also like 30 minutes away from MetLife Stadium. Oh, that's cool. I'm probably like 15, 20 minutes or so, approximately, from the queue. Like, it's very easy to get to downtown for me. The idea of getting downtown is easy. Getting downtown easily is a different thing sometimes. It just depends on traffic and what day and all that kind of stuff. Look at these cool shades, man. These are my Cleveland Brown shades. Oh, snap. I've had these. I'm the worst at maintaining sunglasses. There's almost never been a pair of sunglasses that I've been able to maintain, not scratch, or like I would end up losing them. But these pair of sunglasses, I've literally had these since like 2007. So I've had these same pair of sunglasses for like 11 years now. But I've had other pairs of sunglasses since this that I was using to try to maybe replace them or maybe be better than these ones, and I've managed to lose them or something or damage them. You hope the Jets fan pull off another. Jets fan pull off another upset after being picked up against for the third week now. Oh, the Jets can pull off. Yeah, I guess. The only thing is that, I mean, it's not like they're playing, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I guess if they're pulling off upsets, but I mean, it's not like they're playing teams that are considered unbeatable or that they should really be that much of the underdog against. Like, I just think, like, a comparison, like if you look at the defenses that Cleveland's played against, for example, versus the defenses that Jets have played against, like, probably every defense that Cleveland has played against is like a playoff caliber defense. So they got a tough road, man. And honestly, yeah, I think when they released the schedules for this season, I mean, Cleveland has like one of the most difficult schedules. That's what I don't get. Like, how do you go 0-16, but then you have how do you go 0-16 and then you end up with like the one of the most difficult schedules the next season? Like, that to me is like, is the NFL really trying to bury you? Like, come on, man. Oh, to be honest, it looks like the schedule will start to lighten up because I saw that Cleveland plays Atlanta at some point. So, I mean, that should be an interesting game. Not easy, but it should be interesting because Atlanta's pretty iffy. It's the NFL cheese. Yeah, the Vikings, that could be a tough one. I mean, have I seen the Titans' offensive line? No, what about it, Marcus? Is it bad? We can't? Okay. Can't block anyone. It's not good, man. It's not good. They legit don't exist. Oh, man. You know, when did legit ever become a thing? I've noticed that it's almost like you have to use legit in a sentence to try to emphasize a point. 2013, no, people have not been saying that since 2013. To me, that's been more of like a last year kind of thing. Like, within the last year, people have been saying that more and more in sentences to kind of emphasize, like, not like that, Preston. That's different. That's different, dude. Come on. No one's been using that since that record came out and that song came out. Because that song was the name, that title there was the name of the song and the album by MC Hammer. Too legit to quit. Too legit. Too legit to quit. Come on, you dickhead. Get over. How long is your fucking turn signal going to be on for? Excuse my language, guys, but Jesus Christ, dude, this guy's been driving, excuse my language, this guy's been driving for a mile with his left turn signal on. Like, okay, at some point you get over. They tell you to turn on your turn signal in advance, and I get that, but not like 1 mile in advance. Like, I expect you to get over at some point, dude. Sorry, Mom. Oh my gosh, I'm so embarrassed. You know, it's funny. I wonder if people like see me talking to my phone when I'm driving down the street, and they're like see my hand gestures and stuff. They're probably thinking like, "What is wrong with this guy?" All these black people staring at me like, "There's another white guy that's going crazy. He's gonna start murdering people or something. Some insane white boy." So there's a lot of houses for sale. Wow. I mean, I live in an area where there's a lot of black people. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. So I mean, if you're black and you see some white guy driving down the street, like, and what is this person doing? That's not you, tard. You're such a punch you in the face. Punch you in the freaking face. It's everyday no with no flow. Well, sounds right. Makes sense, Marcus. Makes sense. I agree. This guy, like, there's like a part on the road where there's 2 lanes, and then the right, I should say there's 3 lanes. Well, it's a 5-lane road. Let me start with this. It's a 5-lane road. But then you have a center lane, which is used for turning right, left, and then you have two lanes on the right, which are going this way. You have 2 lanes on the left, which are going the opposite way. So on the right side, so there's 2 lanes of traffic primarily, and so the right lane was actually closed off up ahead. Well, then what this one guy does, he's behind me, and he needs to turn left at the light. Well, instead of just staying in this lane and waiting to get closer to the light to turn left, he ends up getting over into the middle lane and driving down the middle lane like it's an extra lane, and then drives all the way to the light to turn left. And it's like, that's why I was like, I'm gonna punch you in the face. Like, that's not how you're supposed to drive, man. You need to practice. Practice patience, fool. My phone keeps getting all blurry. I think it's because I hit a bump and it just like it rattles the phone because it's on my dash, and then it just like freaks the F out. It's both funny being, wait, what? Biracial. You get both stereotypes. You're biracial? Oh my gosh, really? You're watching the first 48. What is that? My wife's not home. I told her that we were doing shrimp galore today, and I come home. Actually, I ain't even home. Oh, she decided to, she cleaned up with the kitchen like I asked her to. It was just an ask because our kitchen has been absolute trash since we got home from vacation, and I'm like, I tried to clean dishes. John looks like the first 48. What? Okay. New Jersey drivers have no patience. Yeah, I'm sure. I mean, if you get bad traffic, then I can understand. But like in Ohio, like people are pretty okay, but I feel like when I go to PA though, oh my God, in PA it is like just absolute chaos driving there. It is absolute chaos. You didn't destroy my kitchen. You better not have, man. You better not have, because kitchen was like a mess. So I think she should have cleaned up, because I see some stuff sitting by the garbage that I recognize from in there. But she's throwing a birdhouse thing, which I think throwing out this birdhouse thing, which I think her mom's dad. So I guess her grandpa, what her grandpa gave her. VA is horrible with driving. I've only driven through PA or VA. Actually, no, I take that back. I've been to Virginia. No, that's true. The worst part was going from Virginia to DC. Like that was absolutely up through like DC. That was ridiculous. And I remember it was actually really, it was even worse when we went through there the one time because it was like, it was pouring rain. So like the visibility was like zero, -10 or something like that. You know, the visibility was absolute garbage. And then, not having driven through there before, you know, being unfamiliar with the area, if you've ever driven in those circumstances, it's not fun at all by any means. It's not fun driving in a new area and then like having inclement weather conditions. It's the worst kind of. Downtown is the worst. Yeah, I don't think I've been that far. I've only been as far as Williamsburg in Virginia, which I think that's kind of like north, west, eastern Virginia, something like that. It wasn't like, uh oh, someone left me a note. I gotta go, guys.